Hello, everybody. Welcome to the inaugural episode of ANARCH Discussions. I'm joined today with Shadow King Garrett, and
Hello.
this is podcast,
Yeah.
an actual podcast, unlike the
It's,
GTA attempts that we did with Seth. This is actual
it's,
podcast for actual just podcasting.
yeah. We're gonna see what happens and see how mad I get techie.
No, don't do that.
Oh, I thought that was the intention of this.
No, that's not the intention of this.
Then why are we doing this?
Bec-
I'm giving you
God,
shit. I'm giving you shit.
God damn it.
Like I said, see how quickly it takes me to piss you off.
Wow, 5 seconds. Such.
That's a record, right?
Oh god. So, no.
Anyways, what do you want to talk about first? I know we had a few discussions.
Uh, what would you want to talk about first? Cause we got like all the game news and stuff. We got updates for where we're taking our content and stuff like that.
Well, let's save that for like middle of the show.
All
I mean,
right.
we can't just start with that one. So let's talk about new content and games.
All right. Or you want to talk
So
about Call of Duty, or you want to talk about Destiny, or what?
well, let's talk Destiny. That happened earlier in the week. Let's start with that.
All right. So
All right.
on,
So what was it? Tuesday, Monday,
I,
Tuesday.
I think it was Tuesday.
I don't know. Anyways, beginning of the week, Destiny had its update and launch of Beyond Light 2. There was a public event that we tried to get into, but
Oh,
we
we were
were too
unable
late.
to. Yeah.
We were too late.
Yeah.
And it caused the update was so massive and what they did was so big that they had to actually take the servers down for 14 hours. It's
Yeah.
more along the lines of about 13, but still, it was down a while.
Yeah. Either way, it just yeah. We tried to get some content on it before uh before most people, but it like we weren't able to get in until way later because even after the servers came back up, it was a crawl. It was a crawl
We,
to get
we got
everybody back
in.
on.
I got in as soon as the servers went online. Like I sat there maybe 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm on.
Yeah, I was not as lucky.
People were trying to get in early so that way they could sit in the queue and wait and not have to not be able to get on because of server issues again. Because this was a massive update. They took a lot out and put a lot of new stuff in that took a lot of coding and time
Yeah.
and delicacy because they changed a lot. I mean, we talk about changes. They changed the darkness of the main menu, the game menu to go into the game. The load screens are darker. The character menu is darker. They changed the directions map for planets and made that a completely new thing with less planets that they took out and you can't even access unless it's a strike apparently because we had one the other day that took us. No, I don't think it did. Never mind.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, no,
No.
they've taken like all of that out.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they added a bunch of new stuff, such as the Cosmodrome and oh crap, I'm spacing for a second, Techie.
Europa.
Europa, thank you. I want to say Europe every time. Every time.
I mean, I'm pretty sure one of those words is derived from the other, so I think you're on track with that. So, yeah, it's good to see the Cosmodrome again. It was one of the places I spent a lot of time in the original game on, and it's a faithful recreation with obviously some changes, They added hive enemies and some hive structures in there as well. Uh, which kind of threw me off because Cosmodrome was very much a fallen only territory in Destiny 1. Uh, so I was not expecting that. Nor was I expecting those like plant-like structures on not only the Cosmodrome but like various other parts of the solar system. But it like all the locations and stuff in the Cosmodrome that I'm familiar with are still there and for the most part are untouched. There's a lot more enemies there because it used to be pretty sparse with the enemies, but like you can still get a decent amount of grinding done there. So I haven't been to Europa very much. Pretty much right for the beginning mission that it has you go through, and that's been about it. Um, I don't know if anyone else has had this issue, but like playing on console, I think it might be through remote play only having this issue because when I play on console, I play through remote play on my PC, so I don't have to switch inputs all the time, and it's also for streaming purposes. But I don't have use of my thumbstick clicks or my triggers or my directional pad in game. Now there's a workaround for the triggers. The left and right side edges of the touchpad, if you touch them, they act as the triggers, which I find really weird. If you and you don't have to click the touchpad button at all. It's just tapping. And if you hit the center, then it brings up the director and the menu for the director. So there's a little bit of a workaround there, but it's still not the best because I can't sprint or use finishers. And using my grenade and melee is a little bit of a hassle because they're touchy. Sometimes you want to throw a grenade and you pull up the director, and that does not vote well in combat. Neither does the inability to sprint, but yeah. But that's just a niche issue that I don't think very many people are dealing with. But if you do, make sure to leave a comment when this is a video file, or if you're watching live, which not really anyone doing that right now. But if you do pop in at any time, just leave a live chat if you want. You have anything to add?
Um, I mean, otherwise, nothing's really been a problem for me, so I don't know
Yeah.
if there's anything else really. But
But as always, we do prefer to use keyboard and mouse, so
yes,
that
yes,
issue is not present
yes.
when using keyboard and mouse. So. I will say that like the Xbox edition uh, hasn't had any of those issues, even with the remote play thing. Uh,
I
yeah.
mean, honestly, it's a big update and it was a lot of work, but
There's some things that need to be ironed out.
yeah, I mean that's kind of something that happens towards something as big as that. I mean, they basically took the game out and redid the game and then put it back in.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of bugs that they couldn't really find without actually putting the whole game together and launching the whole thing. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, I
Did you did you cut out or Did
Yeah, I did there. What?
uh,
What?
I don't even remember where you left off.
I don't know. It just stopped, and I was like, "Techie, hello," and
Yeah.
then I forgot what I was talking about. But I mean, otherwise, the other thing I'm really kind of disappointed in with the new update with Destiny is the fact that you're very limited on new content at the moment. There's not a lot of new missions and stuff like that.
I mean, we also haven't explored the campaign yet, but you still need to get access to that before we do
Yes, which
anything
I
with
have
that.
to double check. I need to get on Stadia and double check.
Yeah.
But I mean, otherwise, keyboard and mouse wise, since we're talking about that, I am loving Cold War.
Yeah, like also this past week we got the brand new Call of Duty dropping, the Black Ops Cold War, and so far so good. Just I've honestly had more drive to play the new Destiny content than I am the Call of Duty, but that like teach their own. On a scale of like my favorite games or whatever, Destiny has always kind of ranked higher than Call of Duty. I like
I'm
I like
loving
space.
Destiny. I know. I love Destiny, but I also am loving this new COD. I mean, one of the first games I remember playing a lot of was Black Ops, and Black Ops is the game that really kind of everybody remembers. It was the first zombies game. It was,
Actually,
there.
it was not
Which one came before that that had zombies?
World at War.
Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did. I didn't really play the World at War that much, except for the
I
campaign.
yeah, I didn't really touch it at all. Like my brother had rented a copy for our PS3 at one point, and we played a few matches and stuff like that, but it never really caught my attention beyond that. So, I wasn't really into it.
I mean, yeah, I get it. But otherwise, I mean, it's new. It's content that we're gonna be putting up. Might as well go ahead and talk about some of the newer stuff that we've noticed. Techie.
Yeah. I enjoyed the new zombies.
I'm actually enjoying it too. The more I play it, the more I understand about it. But then again, I've also played a little bit more of it than you have.
I mean, I enjoy it for what it is. Like it's like a decently built and crafted zombies mode.
It was.
Um,
It was pretty well decent. I mean, but it's missing something.
yeah,
I
I
mean,
can't.
full honesty.
Yeah, but I don't know exactly what that missing component is because I like.
It's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Uh,
I do like that they brought the. I do like that they repurposed an older, already in game, in previous history map and brought new life to it. I like this version a little bit more, but I can't remember the name of the map off the top of my head. But it's
yeah, I can't either. Like
oh man,
I've I know I've played it, but I can't think of
I'm half tempted. I'm gonna turn my Xbox on and check.
it.
It's bugging me, dude. I've been thinking about it all day. I was playing it earlier too. Played quite a bit of solos.
Speaking, solos actually made me think of another game that we recently did a stream on Fortnite, so I feel confident talking a little bit about this. Because if you did catch that stream, at least from my end, I have the PC version. So recently, oh, like a notification that you're on. Uh, recently they released a update for Fortnite, at least on the PC, enabling ray tracing and DirectX 12, I think, is what they're referring to it on in game. I enabled it. So far, I haven't really noticed a huge difference, but I will say that like my game already looked really, really good. My stream was a little bit choppy in the frames, but if you could see in the FPS counter on it, you see that I am getting good frames. My actual game performance like was optimal. It didn't want to translate into stream. And what I'm probably going to do for most of my PC games is stream through the NVIDIA Shadow Play feature, and most likely going to be streaming that to Twitch and then editing the video for YouTube. But we'll see how that goes. That's kind of the idea that I'm rolling with. But yeah, Fortnite ray tracing.
I will probably do a little bit more stuff.
Yeah, and I'm certain that the ray tracing capability was also added to the next gen systems as well, being that they are ray tracing capable machines. But we have not yet got our hands on any of the new consoles. My intention is to pick up one on Black Friday. Maybe they might have a deal, maybe not. Either way, I get paid around that time, and I will most likely be picking up a Xbox Series X, being that apparently there's no PS5s in any stores. uh, like, at some point I will have both of them, but it's looking like PS5's not going to happen until 2021 for me. Not not because I won't have enough to get one, just because the availability is looking like it's not going to be widely available until 2021. And if I wanted to get one sooner than that, I'd have to pick up on secondhand off of eBay, and those are at least $1,000. So I'm probably not going to do that because that would be insane to pay almost double just because the availability is not great. So it'll probably be early next year, or maybe even tax time, depending on what's more convenient. Uh, yeah, because I do have the new Call of Duty for both PS4 and PS5. I did get the Ultimate Edition, which is just like the cross-gen bundle. You get both copies of the game. Uh, and I would like to play it on next-gen console. I'd also like to pick it up for PC as well, because the keyboard and mouse setup that I have for my console, my PlayStation right now, is very cobbled together and not all that comfortable, so not that great a performance coming out of me because of it. Uh, yeah. Now, as far as console war, etc., for this gen, like, I'm not picking a side. I never do. I really don't care. Uh, on my desk, sitting next to me on my left-hand side, is a PC Tower, a PS4 Pro, and an Xbox One S. I have no brand loyalty when it comes to gaming devices. Hell, I would even have a Switch on this desk if I had one. I have,
And same thing, except for instead of PC tower, I have a laptop.
yeah, touchscreen laptop. Because why not, you know?
gotta do this the hard way.
What are you doing the hard way? What?
Looking up that map.
Uh,
Yeah, as for the new consoles, I mean, both of them are having their issues. I mean, what do you expect? It's the first few days.
yeah, it's new
You can't expect
hardware.
you can't expect perfection. I do have a problem with the PS5 though, with its recent problems. If you all haven't heard, it's having problems with the new PlayStation 5 only games um, going into limbo or not downloading or just staying in the downloader queue. They are working to fix it. I do know that much. I know they're going to fix it in a new update here coming up. But as of right now, that's kind of the only thing that's really kind of set me apart. As for Xbox, I haven't really heard or seen anything. But Takey, you were showing something earlier.
Yeah, apparently there is an issue with the console that can like pretty much it breaks it. So I didn't really read the article in too much, but apparently it's a very damning issue for certain models.
Okay.
So yeah. In other words, new hardware issues are abounded. It's it's not uh refined.
Okay, on Black Ops 3, the map is called Nach der Untoten.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yep, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yep.
You guys play Black Ops 3 or have played Black Ops 3 and know what map I'm talking about. That version of the map sucks. The new version is pretty nice, actually. You can get almost all the way around the building on the outside. You actually start outside. I think we'll have to do a zombie stream coming up, Techie. What do you think?
I think so.
I think so. I like it.
Hopefully, here soon, probably like around next payday, probably. I'll be picking up probably the PC copy. That way I can comfortably game with keyboard and mouse on it instead of the cobbled together system that I got going on now. I mean, honestly, like I could use a controller, but I really don't want to.
That's my main setup, and the reason being is because of how the back of my keyboard is. It's really tall and sticks with the drawer for my rollout,
Mm.
and the rollout's not long enough for my big ass arms.
Yeah, I wish I had a little like rollout tray or whatever shelf thing like that on my desk, but I do not, and I absolutely do not have enough space for another keyboard and mouse. I'm already like I've got my PC keyboard and then kind of like wedged like un almost underneath it is the wireless keyboard for my iPad, and then I got my mouse for my PC, and then just to the right of that I have my Magic Mouse for my iPad. So I've already got two keyboards and two mice on my desk, and trying to fit another set, like another full set, would just be like impossible. So I have this little tray thing that I have them, and they don't fit. Like it, it's just
We honestly need to get the space so we can actually build a better setup for both of us.
yeah. I mean, like I have a,
You have the space, you just don't have the
I don't have the
equipment.
desk space.
Yes.
I mean, I bought this desk, like, and it's an L-shaped desk, and I love it. It just doesn't have the space. If it was bigger, that'd be awesome. But like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy with this desk. Like, as far as if I I didn't have any need for another keyboard and mouse, like, it'd be perfect. But if I'm going to be playing console games with a keyboard and mouse, like that, I kind of need another, or I'll need like a switcher to have my main keyboard and mouse setup switch between uh, console and PC. But that's not gonna work as smoothly as I would hope. So probably not gonna go that route either.
Sorry, I'm trying to get something to work and it's not.
That's fine. Um,
I don't think my mouse is compatible with my Xbox.
are you, um, what are you trying to do with your mouse?
Don't worry about it.
Because if you're trying to interact with menus with your mouse, that's
No, dude,
never
like
been a thing.
the splitter I have plugged into my PS4, I moved over to my Xbox. I know
Mm.
it works. I've done it before,
Yeah, but
but I don't think my new mouse is compatible
mm.
because I'm at a main menu where it should let me use the mouse and it's not.
Like this is a game menu.
Yes.
Hmm. Weird.
That sucks.
Is there anything about your channel that you want to update people on? I mean, eventually I
Um,
do want to have an update, like a show for updates, but
I mean, the only
that's.
thing really new for my channel, I can boast my channel real quick. You know, hey, don't forget to check me out. I'm on Twitch. I'm on YouTube. I'm looking at starting my own podcast. I'm not for sure yet. I'm kind of on the fence about it. But I don't really know what to talk about, Techie. Our, my biggest news is the same thing that you have. So, are you trying to do that now? How long have we been at this?
I mean, we have been going on for about 27 minutes.
How long are you trying to make this video?
I don't know. Like, are you are you down with talking about the, you
You
know?
want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
All right. So, for those of you who haven't been following with us, uh, the group that we've had going on, known as the Bush Ninjas, have kind of just dissipated.
Not,
Unfortunately,
not, not really dissipated. Everybody's just kind of doing their own thing right now.
that's kind of what
Everybody's got a lot going on in
dissipation.
their life.
That's.
I know, but dissipate makes it sound like it's not something we're still a part of. You know, if
I
we
mean,
don't
we're still
start new
very
stuff.
much uh, like we the band didn't break up or whatever.
We're
But it kind of just like it's not really going anywhere. It's kind of just the engine's in idle or whatever.
we're in limbo right now,
Yeah,
just kind
it.
of waiting to see what happens.
Yeah. So
So
like the name of this podcast is called ANARCH Discussions because we're trying a different approach with our branding here with uh, Anarch Gaming Entertainment or whatnot.
this is this is more along the lines of our streaming and not just esports and stuff along that line. Don't get me wrong, you will see that kind of stuff if partaking in any sports tournaments or stuff like that. But otherwise, this is more along the lines of just kind of helping promote our channels and kind of more of a partnership between the two of us for streaming,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
I mean, we might have like a crew like that's purely streaming, like more than just us that we could work with on it. But nothing's finalized right now.
Yeah,
But
this is just kind of more along the lines of this is what we're doing right now to take our channels to the next level.
yeah,
So
moving forward with Anarch Gaming.
yes,
Yep. So
but
what
yeah,
that essentially means is hold on. I have a throat tickle. Didn't want to cough on microphone because no one wants to hear that.
You're not wrong. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah. So it's I don't know how to explain it. It just I lost my train of thought when my throat wanted to explode. Essentially.
I have no idea because you're your own person.
Yeah.
So no freaking clue, man. No, otherwise this is what we're gonna start doing as our brand, I guess.
Yeah. This is the brand we're trying to build. This is the banner we want to go under. So, and I think it's a pretty good idea.
I think it's a pretty good start too.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
mean,
Well.
we're both pretty well set for equipment to start this. I feel for right now.
Yeah.
And plus, it
And
gives us room to build, and it gives everybody an opportunity to see us progress.
yeah. And moving forward, this podcast is currently an audio only. I mean, there is this still image for visual or whatever. But
Should have went with
like,
space background. Just saying.
whatever. It's a nice, peaceful background.
Have a space.
Yeah, I know. I mean, space is in the sky, so.
Yeah, but the trees.
Mm, it's whatever, you know. I thought it would frame the logo very well, so and it does. So
Eh.
I think it frames it really well. Anyways,
Alright. Anyways,
at some point we are hoping to have an actual set for an actual video podcast, but for right now, we're just having it be an audio only podcast.
which is fine. I mean, it happens. Like we said, you're gonna watch us progress and progress pretty heavily.
Yeah, humble beginnings here.
Humble, humble, humble.
Humble, humble, humble.
Very, very, very humble.
Yeah. Some of us more humble than others.
Yes. Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. So as far as like content goes, moving forward, we're gonna have pretty much like we're gonna have this podcast. We're gonna have our usual gaming content, um, and whatever else we see fit. Uh, I know that like there's a couple of ideas rattling around in my head about potentially some live action content, different show ideas. There is the one GTA style show that I've been wanting to launch for a while. Uh,
Yeah, I remember talking about that a while ago.
yeah, it's a role play. Uh, I've seen that like a few people on Twitch or whatever have done GTA role play streams, and with what happened with our first attempt at essentially this kind of podcast, how that went, it kind of just derailed. Um, but out of it came the ideas to have the actual podcast be audio only until we can have an actual live set. And the other thing was this idea of a role play series where we're just people basically in LA or Los Santos, the equivalent, just doing
Sorry.
doing shit, living life.
I'm talking about LA.
Yeah. I mean, Los Santos is LA essentially. It just it was it yeah, it's a very good representation of what Los Angeles is But it's basically just like random shit. We'll just like be fucking around or whatever town and doing whatever's, but like acting as our in-game characters. Like we will be in character. We will be probably really wanting to enforce the first person perspective only side to really get you into the feel of like I am the character and not just playing the character.
And this
Which
bad hombre.
which helps that my character is modeled after me, so like it'll be a little bit easier to be in character when the character is supposed to be personified version of yourself. So like it's not me to a T, but it's me a little bit more sociopathic, a lot more entitled. So, yeah. I don't know what kind of character that you're gonna be doing for your guy, but
I mean, I kind of modeled it off after myself,
yeah. All I know is
but I have to get the PlayStation version.
what I know is like like you know how I am as far as like cold-blooded killer in game. Don't give no shits for human life. Uh, that's gonna translate into the character. Um, obviously I have a lot of in-game currency, so like um, I'm a rich motherfucker, so I'd be a little more entitled, or a lot more entitled. So I'm gonna be an asshole. Like that's a fair spoiler to have for that series. I'm gonna be an asshole, but I'm gonna try to make it as entertaining as possible. So
I got a feeling it's just gonna turn into you and me roasting each other.
I hope it doesn't do that because like that we need to have more than just a roast fest. We need content, substance, plot,
Oh,
even if it's improvised.
trust me, it'll be 100% improvised. And guess what?
Well, of
It'll be
course.
fucking awesome.
Oh God.
Because guess what? We're fucking funny when we want to be.
Yeah. Also, we're gonna have plenty more Destiny 2 content coming on as soon as Garrett has figured out whether he has access or obtains access to the new campaign. We'll try to run through that.
You know, I
Uh,
need to do something on my computer. Let's think keyboard, mouse, keyboard, mouse, keyboard, mouse.
you-
Black Ops? No. Black Ops size is nice. I want to play zombies now.
there will also
Yeah.
be plenty of that content in the near future as well. Uh,
Oh yeah. I think as a solo stream, I might play the story mode.
yeah, I thought about doing that for Modern Warfare and never got around to it. So hopefully, I could probably get around to doing
Same.
it for this one.
I might start doing that, especially with me having as much time as I do.
Yeah. I'm trying to
It's
think of what else.
goddamn fucking. Sorry. Should not be cussing like that. I'm just using the really crappy keyboard and mouse.
I mean, I already been swearing a whole bunch, so
Yeah, but
it's a
fuck me,
podcast.
I hate this. Fuck me, I hate this goddamn keyboard. It's so cheap. It's so old too. Oh, I'm a 1085 techie.
Nice.
That's how long it's been. Yeah, I haven't played in a while.
Yeah,
But you know, once I get started
I
on this
tipped
stuff,
over the 1140 mark, I believe. So
I do not have it.
do not have it. Well, then we're gonna have to find a way to get you it. But like, yeah, it just started like spitting out like good gear on me as I'm playing. And I've reached that point where I don't have enough upgrade modules to deal with things.
Dude, this little freaking heater that I put in this office is working great. I'm turning it off.
Yeah.
I didn't have it very high either.
Trying to remember what I see. Because I know I tipped over the 1140 mark. I just don't know how far I tipped over.
Techie,
What?
do you want to play zombies?
We'll see. Uh, yeah, I'm at 1158 on Destiny.
Want to play zombies?
Ah, damn it.
Been doing
We
this
are
for a while.
we are podcasting, damn it.
Okay, with zombies.
God. My God.
Created this monster. If I wasn't using keyboard and mouse, I wouldn't be this interested right now.
Why?
Because we would have been playing controller and I've been on a keyboard and mouse binge that you caused.
Yeah, but like the
You
keyboard.
caused it. Shut
Okay,
up.
so the keyboard and
You caused
mouse is
it. You caused it.
making you want to play specifically zombies.
Well, it's making me want to play Black Ops. And then you brought up the conversation of
I mean,
zombies.
yeah, but with like as far as Call of Duty goes, like Modern Warfare also has the keyboard and mouse support. So, I,
I
yeah,
still want to play the new zombies map. Because you brought that up.
well, it's relevant, topical, so I had to talk about it. I had to bring it up.
Exactly. And I'm loving it. And you know how I get when we start playing zombies.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of them today.
Yeah. I like how the level progression goes across the modes.
Don't get me wrong, I like the multiplayer too, and I've been playing a lot of it as well. But I'm a big fan of zombies.
Imagine going into a multiplayer match and seeing a really high level person, but they don't do that well because they got all their levels from playing zombies instead of PvP.
I
That would have just like that.
That would be us.
I
Well,
mean, uh,
that'd be me. I don't know about Techie, but that'd be me. Don't get me wrong, I've been doing quite
that
well actually.
like anytime Call of Duty just had the crossover like level progression, like that's the first thing that comes up in my head is like, what if we go into a match and there's this really high level person, but they don't play like a high level person because instead of practicing on people, they've been shooting zombies or something. It's like, all right. I mean,
Yes.
not to say that there isn't like an amount of skill involved for zombies. I'm just saying like is you have to have a lot faster reaction time and a lot more like trained like skill for combating other people other than a more predictable like thing like an AI for zombies. So one of the reasons that I prefer PvE over PvP is like the enemies are more predictable, they're more cyclistic, like
You just enjoy more
they're
out of
more
it.
gun fodder. Like they don't present they present enough of a challenge to like get your blood pumping, but like they're still an obstacle that you can easily overcome. Whereas like when you put into a PvP match, there almost always that one player on the other team that's just like
Yeah, so you
has your
never
number, and it's like, God damn, just leave this lobby, please.
you're just begging them like, please just fucking go.
Like, please,
You're,
no, I fan. I
just
come
like,
on
can the
here to
game be
have good
over so
time.
I
Not,
can the game be over so I can just be put in a new lobby, please?
yeah.
Like, please. Begging
It's
here.
Please, no, I fan. I come here for a good game, not to be scratched.
I come for a fair, good, fun game, not fucking depression.
It's like, oh, it's only you people who live, eat, and breathe the game. I wish I had enough time on my hands to be like you, but I do not because I have this thing called a life. So,
Wait,
wait,
trying to
what?
say.
Trying to say that like most of the people on there that kick our ass have no life, especially the
Yeah,
ones that corner camp. Goddamn.
that's not a skill. That's just fucking. That's
No, but
just.
it's just cheap ass bullshit. Is I'm so that's what really grinded my gears when we played. Uh, the amount of corner camping, the amount of like you pop out of cover, shoot someone perfectly, and then you retract back behind the corner. It's bullshit. Like, no, I don't want to play peekaboo. I kill you with someone. It's just no. Like it used to be like to be a respectable skill player, you're running around the map, you're running and gunning, you're like going around. But now more than ever, it's just like people just pop out around corners and just shoot you, and then go on and shoot you with exact pinpoint accuracy, and then just retract back behind the cover. And they'll be there for a while, and then they'll move somewhere else. So by the time that you get back there, they're just in a slightly different location to where you go in there. You're like, I'm ready for you this time, and they just shoot you from somewhere else.
But remember, we play hardcore,
Yeah,
so
but like that, we used to dominate in hardcore. I don't remember, like you remember Black Ops 4 hardcore team deathmatch. We were like slaying, getting positive ratios all the damn time.
yeah, but that's also all we ever played.
Yeah, but Modern Warfare, we played a whole lot of hardcore. We played a whole lot of custom games with Legendary, which is almost as like difficult as like going against Prestige Masters in Black Ops 4.
I always hated being on the opposite team as Logan, the Legendary, and everybody else.
Well, Logan's not so bad. Legendary, oh my god, dude, he just like he plays you. He plays you like a fiddle every damn time. Logan is like once you see like the pattern that he's trying to pull, then you're done for. Just you start to predict what he's gonna do, and then you just piss him off, and then he starts to get sloppy when he gets pissed off. So same thing goes for Seth too. When he gets overconfident, he gets sloppy, and he starts making mistakes. So throughout this stream, like I've gotten the little warning thing where you're not receiving enough video for a smooth stream experience. It's a still image with two people talking over Discord. YouTube, what the hell are you struggling with? Like it's been like very split second instances throughout this whole thing, but it's like what's so hard? Like there's nothing going on. Like I don't know if it's like everyone using the internet upstairs or what, but
Um, I don't know what you're talking about.
because I know the TV is going on. I know Taylor's Xbox is on. I know that your Xbox is probably still on.
Uh, Not my Xbox.
PlayStation.
Maybe,
Playing zombies right now.
maybe. Yes.
There are no words to describe the disappointment.
Couldn't help it, dude. Like I said, I love my zombies. I mean, I'm still interacting.
Well, yeah.
First, being a streamer, you learn how to interact and listen to the conversation around you and play games at the same time.
Yeah. Tis a skill, I guess.
It is a skill. It takes a lot of work. I keep checking your party chat because I'm so used to having to look down and look at mine.
Hmm. Yeah, there's not really anything going on in the chat. I mean, it's a podcast, so like chat interactions would be nice, but it's not required to get the thing going. I mean, I would like to know how everyone feels about like certain topics or whatever, but that'll probably come with more
And also,
episodes.
don't be afraid to like if there's something you want to hear about or something you heard about that you want us to look into. We're always down to look into new stuff.
Yeah, because
At least I am.
literally, uh, the very first week that I was streaming off of a PlayStation, someone in my chat suggested Fallout 4 to me, and I bought it off on my like through my mobile app. I bought it, the digital copy, during that same stream, and then like I think 2 or 3 days later, I started my first episode on it.
Skyrim.
What?
Skyrim.
Sky. Maybe someday I'll get around to playing Skyrim.
You need to borrow a copy because I have like
No,
multiple.
I think I have it on Xbox. I just haven't touched it.
I have it on 360, PS4. Actually, I think I have two copies of the 360.
Like it's just like more story based, like single player experiences or things that I don't usually get into, which is one of the things that like
Yeah, but this is one of those
yeah.
games that you make all the decisions.
Yeah, but still, like I've that's not really a genre of game that I usually get into. Like I'm surprised that I got as far as I did into Fallout. I mean, like the girl I was with at the time kind of took over the series, and then like at that point when me and her separated, I kind of just dropped the series altogether because there wasn't really any point because it was more of her thing than it was mine at that point. So that kind of fell to the wayside. I mean, I have the newer Fallout, the Fallout 76, and I've played a little bit, but I haven't really gotten into like whatever stories in it or anything. It's mostly just been uh, getting on with my buddy Brennan and doing some stuff with him. The last time I
Getting
got
better.
on, it was to help him get an achievement for picking up a fallen comrade or whatever. So he literally had me log in, fast travel to him, jump off a bridge 10 times to get picked up 10 times.
Logan did that shit to me once in Black Ops 4.
Oh, I remember when he tried to do that to me.
Yeah, he actually got me with
I
it.
got up.
I just need this, and I was like, all right, fine, here, just do it real quick. Let's get the fuck out of here before the storm closes. Let's win this thing.
Yeah, I made a statement for him. Like, he never did it to me again. Because, like, I got up, shot him in the head, downed him, and then thirsted him. Took him out of the game completely. He's like, what the fuck? I'm like, you're not going to do that to me. I am not going to accept it. So you can sit out the rest of the match. Yeah, I was not taking that shit. I was not dealing with it. I was like, if you want to go, like, repeatedly down someone, go pick someone else.
Yeah, no, he did that to me. He's just like, I need to for a thing, and I'm just like, all right, fine.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna let him do that.
But when I turned around and needed it, I just looked at him and was like, hey, I need this. And he goes, all right, well, you did it for me, so here you go.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I usually like was pretty good at picking up people that were downed at that time. So like, anytime I got the thing, like it would usually get done within the day. So, and I wouldn't have to shoot my friends for it. Yeah. Yeah, but like that was the last time I was on there. But the time before that, what me and him checked out the battle royale mode that they put in there, which I thought was kind of weird that a Fallout game, the first Fallout game to have multiplayer, and they immediately jump on the battle royale bandwagon, is really weird. And with the how the controls are for controller on Fallout 76, like it does not go vote well for me competitively. Like as far as like in-game controls for a shooter, like it's not very efficient. I don't like how some of the things are set. Uh, but like I can manage like as long as it's PvE. But once you start player versus player, like I need a certain setup. I need that kind of like efficiency that I have with the normal first-person shooter layout. Fallout does not have that first-person shooter layout. They do not have competitive like uh, controls in mind. So it was a big learning curve and wasn't all that enjoyable. Like I don't even think I got hardly any kills. I don't think we placed even remotely high enough. So it was kind of a fuck fest at that point. So I don't recommend it. I mean, it's something different if you want like a unique battle royale experience. It definitely has a unique experience. Not necessarily good, just unique. But and before that, like I only played the game 3 times. One like so the time before that was the first time, and it was literally just starting off and doing a couple of quests with him, and that was it. So. Eh. Things like Far Cry, like if I was like I only played it pretty much with Sam. Don't really have didn't like I at first I had a bit of like drive to play it on my own. Got my own like camos on my guns and stuff like that. Got some progression done in the story. And like got like a good solid like whole night of like effort into it, and then it just kind of like became something that I just played with someone else and only with that. So what it kind of comes down to like games like that where like you can play by yourself and you can have your own experience, but then you can also join someone else and just be a part of theirs. I tend to just become part of theirs, and then that kind of just dies out. So
Yeah, I always make sure that I can get into the game to where I play it by myself too.
yeah,
So that's why when you guys are like, "Oh, we should play this game. We should play this game." It's like, if I'm not willing to actually buy it myself, then it's probably a game that I wouldn't seek out to play unless I was with you guys.
there's quite a few titles that I've picked up just for the sake of streaming, just for the sake of content. And did I end
That's
up enjoying most of them? Yeah, but like, would I seek them out and play them on my own or play them on my own today? Probably not. But hmm. Like, I've become a very social gamer instead of just like a gamer. Like, yeah, today I spend quite a bit of time on Destiny 2, like
there's
grinding,
nothing wrong with
leveling
that.
up. But hands down, I mostly just play when like you guys are on or whatever. Like I don't have a whole lot of solo sessions to myself. I mean, Destiny 2 is pretty much the only one that I do that with anymore. Like if I'm playing Call of Duty, I'm playing it with you or someone else like that's invited me or whatever. GTA, either
Let's be
you
honest,
or
I'm your more
Alex.
favorite to play with.
What?
Let's be honest, I'm your more favorite to actually play with.
But like it's gotten to the point where like most of the time when I game, it's gaming with someone else. Like there's not a whole lot of gaming on my own. The drive to like play games with someone, like hang out in game with them, do missions with them, like that's kind of what I get on games for. I don't usually get on it for my own entertainment. Usually, if I want like and to be entertained by just a game or whatever, I'll usually pull up a let's play or whatever. I'll watch achievement hunter content. But then again, that's me watching other people play with other people. So the way that I'm entertained through gaming is through like multiple people playing together. So the single player experience has kind of just not been my realm for the longest of time, which is why I hardly ever touched a Call of Duty campaign. I've hardly ever like touched a campaign mode of most any uh game that has multiplayer. Like the last the last thing I played that I had absolutely no one play with me was probably my Minecraft survival let's play that I most likely will start to get back into at some point here in the near future. But like it's Minecraft Java edition. It's got a shaders pack, so it looks really nice. And I like you don't have the Java edition. Your computer probably can't run the Java edition, so I'm not looking to add you to the series. Um, there's not really a whole lot of people that I know that have the Java edition anymore. Most people, when they play Minecraft, they play like the Bedrock version, which is the more mainstream version now.
I think I'm going to restart the for my channel. I think I'm going to restart the Modern Warfare campaign and stream that all the way through, and then put it up again on Black Ops Cold War and do that all the way through as well. Start doing some of the campaigns. It's kind of a solo thing. I mean, Jacob's busy. I could be putting more content up. I just don't know what to do solo. And campaigns kind of make
Yeah,
sense.
campaigns are a good thing to do solo. Not only is it because it's mandatory for you to do it on your own, because it's a story mode. Like some story modes of games like Halo or whatever, like have co-ops or whatever. But like as far as Call of Duty goes, like you are a single player experience with the campaigns. So having your personal commentary on top of what's happening in the story, how you're feeling about it, is a good solo content to have. And I've been trying to get around to doing that myself for my channel, but haven't really got around to it. The drive for like my motivation to do it has always been lacking. I'm like I want to do it. Like it's been on my agenda for a while. It just like when it comes down to hey, I should probably do this today, I'm more like, it can wait. So,
But again, our intentions are to get better content, more content up. It's just we
yeah.
don't really have the time when we do have the time.
And with things like this podcast and the GTA roleplay and stuff like that, I want to have more structured content, like still improvised at its base. Like what's going to happen per episode is who knows, but like a more structured thing. So like the Anarch Gaming or whatever, the Anarch Discussions podcast is going to be an episodic thing. It's going to be hopefully a regular occurring show to where like maybe we do it every Sunday or whatever. Whatever works. Like this might not be the same day next week or whatever, but like we're gonna try to get it on a regular release schedule. I'm gonna try to get the GTA thing on a regular release schedule. Want to regulate it. Want to like schedule it out. The contents of each episode are still gonna be that improvised style that we always do. I just want to have a little bit more structure to the channel in general. And I'm sure that you do want a little more structure for your channel as well.
I would like a little bit more structure.
Like
I mean,
I've tried at
all right,
least
tell you.
three. What?
We've been at this over an hour, and I've had a lot of Mountain Dew.
Okay.
It's almost 8 o'clock. So
Okay. Are you saying you want to wrap up the podcast?
sure, we're just over an hour, and honestly, we're just kind of droning on because we aren't really the best plan for this. Let's be honest.
Yeah. But speaking of the plan, like I had tried, like I'm gonna finish up this topic at least first. I've tried at least 3 different times to set a schedule of like on Mondays I'm gonna be doing GTA, on Tuesdays Call of Duty, Wednesdays Destiny 2. Like I have, and like Fridays Fortnite or whatever. Things like that. Like I've tried to have that on 3 different occasions to where like I could structure it out. I had Twitch streams edited into videos set to release on those certain days, and that almost always only lasted like a week and a half, 2 weeks, before I'm back to just a random schedule again. So I've tried to structure the channel more and failed on many occasions. Um, my goal is still to have that kind of structure. Just I need a little more like free time to have that. Um, there are also days that we just don't feel like certain
Playing that.
game.
I mean,
So
I'll admit I didn't want to play World War II at the beginning, anyways. So
yeah,
it didn't work. Didn't really bother me.
yeah. Honestly, it was one of the it was the Call of Duty that I was looking forward to the least of the week. I just knew that we both had
What did
it.
we
We
end up
both
playing?
played it quite a bit.
What
Uh,
did we end up playing?
what?
What did we end up playing?
I think we played Ghosts,
Yes, we did. We did. We did.
the Extinction, and we got to the
Yes.
end. We just couldn't make it back to
No,
the
number.
exfil zone.
Yeah.
So,
Which, speaking
but
of which,
that progress, like that's the farthest I ever been in that mode. I usually didn't get past the first hive in the third area. So
so I'm gonna blame you for this real quick, and I'm gonna call you out on it. Playing zombies today, right?
yeah,
Ryan's first and only game ever playing this, right?
yeah.
We get farther than you and I ever got yesterday. What the fuck?
I don't know. Like I kept getting caught on like sandwiched between zombies and stuff like that. Like I don't know.
I don't know. But
My
anyways,
like I will say that like my performance in the game has been hindered to a point because of the weird setup that I have for my keyboard and mouse for it.
I'm liking this mouse.
Yeah, I couldn't use it comfortably, at least for melee purposes. Like, and I need my melee at some point, so it was not good for me to keep using that. But it's still a very cramped little tray thing for the keyboard and mouse, so I'm not comfortable, so I can't function like to the best of my ability.
I
Wow.
have to pee. Wrap this up. I have
All
to
right.
pee.
Okay, so that's gonna close out.
Hurry the fuck up.
Yeah, so yeah. Now that we actually get going with topics and stuff like that, or conversation, now we gotta wrap it up. Cause you're
Dude, I'm
blabbing.
about to piss myself. Hurry the fuck
All
up.
right, all right. I'd like to
An hour.
thank you all so very much for watching this. If you liked it, please hit that like button, and if you're new and haven't done so bleh, subscribe. Check out the important links down in the description as always, and I will see you guys in the next one or the next stream. So, see you.